Kingdom Property recently hosted a roundtable dinner talk at Grand Hyatt Erawan Ballroom as luminaries from the country's leading property, banking and investment companies gathered to hear the keynote address of a prominent fund manager and investor. James Quill, chairman of Macquarie Global Property Advisors, MGPA, with assets under management of $12 billion, and one of Private Equity Real Estate magazine's top 30 most influential global investors, was upbeat on property investment in Thailand and Asia in general, saying there was a strong trend towards more direct investment in real estate.
If you go forward to 2004, we had the rollout of REITs in J-REITs, K-REITs, S-REITs, and the more equity-style investments for real estate started to take hold. And then we go through to today where, with the exception of CMBS, you've pretty much got across most of the major markets an opportunity to invest both in the risk-reward spectrum and also style that suits your portfolio needs.
Jim, interesting talk tonight. Great. Welcome to Bangkok.
Thank you.
Now, when I was growing up, my parents always said, put your money into bricks and mortar. I mean, does that still apply today and will apply long into the future?
I absolutely think so. I think, if anything, in the last 2 to 3 years, people realise that real assets are a safe store of wealth. And, as I said in my speech, if you look at where pension funds who have individuals making the decisions, they're increasing their allocation to real estate because it's a hedge against inflation, it has an income component, it's not as volatile as equities, and it's a real asset that you can touch and feel. You can go and visit it.
What exactly is a property fund?
It's a collection of assets held in a single vehicle, with the administration of it run by a fund manager. The beneficial ownership is just like a company. You have either units or shares which are owned by the individual investors, and they participate in the collective outcome of the portfolio of assets.
Among the discussions, the growing trend towards institutional investors allocating a higher proportion of their portfolio into real estate funds, which is certain to benefit the market with the emergence of real estate investment trusts in Thailand. Kingdom CEO Nigel Cornick says real estate is also a people business, and strong, successful projects are usually built on strong relationships. He talked about the fact that Asia is, and places like Thailand, now that the middle class is growing, as you mentioned, has sort of seen a development in property that may not have happened 20 years ago. It would have been a totally different type of development. Now, a lot of focus on retail, a lot of focus on big residential development. You're obviously seeing that. You've been involved in that for a long time.
Yeah, I think you've only got to drive from MBK up to Emporium, and you can see that. It's quite amazing that you've got within 10 years you'll have 5 large shopping malls all over 200,000 square meters within 3 kilometers. So I'm not sure that's a good thing, but that's what's happening. So yeah, I can remember shopping when there was the Intercontinental Hotel on what was now the Paragon. So yeah, things have changed.
Aptly demonstrating the sheer scale of the industry, MGPA recently announced its merger with BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, to create a global real estate group worth around $25 billion. Property consultants say the old adage to put your money into bricks and mortar, particularly in places like Thailand, applies now more than ever.
In Asia, real estate's always been one of the most favourite investment vehicles, and you see all the time people taking their money out of the stock market, putting it into real estate. Very often they don't really have an intention to live in the real estate or even to rent it out, but they just feel it's safer to put it in the bricks and mortar.
The evening dinner was the first of regular roundtable industry dinners planned by Kingdom Property, which will feature speakers recognised for their extensive knowledge in the real estate industry.